All right. Hello, everyone. The music is, I think, a little bit loud. Well, I'm sure once we're off the menu, it'll be less obnoxious. But anyways, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Corey Loses for some more Europa Universalis V. Since the last stream, I've, on top of my own messing around, I've watched some other stuff, read more guides. I'd been watching guides beforehand, but going in, it was harder to know what to actually do. So maybe we'll be in a better spot here. We are going to, oops, not click on that button. We're going to click on this button, because we are going to be playing as Florence and the War Machine. And I only really have the, one pun to make, so, or, one song title to reference. So I think I'm kind of done with that joke, but I'll probably still make jokes for other stream names, and that's going to be the niche that I can fill within the EU5 community. Pun-based video titles. Not useful guides, not informative streams. Stumbling around and making banned jokes for stream titles. But, yeah, so I did want to stay in Italy. I didn't want to play as Naples again. And Verona went poorly last time. So my other plan was to go with Florence, because I looked at the list of countries to see how hard it would be. But I wanna just allow any country to be formed, and all countries to do that. All countries can explore. I think that's what we want to leave it. I want any ahistorical country, because then I think we can make Rome or something, instead of just Italy. So what's this put us at? If we're Florence, we have 5 locations with Florence and Arezzo as our big ones. We have 312,000 people. That's 311,999 more people than I control in my daily life. How are indigenous American countries still? So I'm not sure. I haven't played them, but I don't think there's many specific mechanics to them yet. Which, yeah, I'm sure there'll be expansions for that. Someday we'll move over there. But yeah, so we're gonna be some Florentine biscuits, not briskets. Can I see how angry anyone's gonna be at me at the start? Anything here showing how angry they are? Subjects, international organizations. Okay. Well, I don't have any subjects, so no one's gonna be as angry at me for that in this one. But play as Florence. And then we pause for 7 hours. I should take a picture of that for the thumbnail. But the Florentine domain stands strong at the cusp of a new age. Our republic has stood the test of time and is located in a prime position to take advantage of our region's prosperity and affluence. Around us, rival states and potential allies all make their moves in the bid to influence and expand their territories in Italy. However, few are as well known for their aptitude in arts and cultural influence as those in our forums of thought in Florence. Under the guidance of a capable administration and an educated population, the coming century will elevate our people and have us shine brightly as pioneering innovators during a time of great enlightenment. Provided we establish ourselves as such, of course. Okay. I'm gonna be... I'm probably gonna be doing, whatever the game tells me to. I have missions disabled. Are missions just disabled by default? That's strange. Anyways, possible reforms. Well, let's start with our cabinet. Do we have anything we need to integrate? Yeah. What's the maximum control? 62.14. Maximum 82. All right, let's go to our cabinet, and hold on, where do I want to automate the cabinet members and leaders and stuff. So let's go down, especially for replacing generals and admirals. I'm just gonna automate that, especially while we're not actually making standing armies, because then it'll just be it'll be annoying. But we can appoint a cabinet member. How much money do we have? We have 88 bucks. Ooh, they're all very young. Very skilled for a young one. But I think for integration, it's military, right? So you're pretty good in all categories. Look, what could go wrong with hiring a Medici? They seem like nice people. I read a book about one of them. An absolute prince. Let's integrate province. And Silvestro de Medici. Let's go like full on Medici. Like Medici's got good numbers, man. You're integrating, right? So let's increase control in all of Florence. And another one. Do we have any more Medicis? We have Everardo. You can't really do much with control, but gotta keep an eye on that. And what do you want to do? You want to... Stability's fine. Republican tradition. Foster new culture. Okay, don't need them. I guess I should have looked at the culture, but let's develop Florence, I guess. And we're going to research organized religion. Then can I, like, queue this up? Okay, yeah. Inefficient minting. Are we... Wait, are you saying there's inflation? Lack of access needed... Oh, needed goods. Okay. Inflation. No inflation. Can make a lot of money, or we can have inflation. I think I can mint it a little bit more and still not have inflation. There you go. Navy maintenance, I'm not spending anything on it. Cost of court. What do we have here? Republican tradition. Can I just click on you to know? Yeah, I'm not gonna create subjects. Pops with needs. We need fruit. Oops. Don't need you. Unprofitable buildings. That's okay. How are our roads? Infrastructure. Where's the... Is that a government action, or is that... I said I read more, but you know. Because roads are important. You can't. Holy shit! Roads are expensive. No roads. No roads. No roads. Are we really in 2 markets right now? I guess the... Yeah, we're divided between those 2 markets. So I'd like that not to be the case. I'd like to just have nice, good markets. Who wants to be a rival? Anyone want to be a rival? Anyone want to pretend to be rivals? Ooh, that could be... That could be good. Where's the map modes? I think the political map mode is just easier for me to see what's going on. All right. Who wants to give me mountains of cash? That's really what you want. Mountains of it. Okay, let's unpause. I know it's only been like 15 minutes so far. You don't really want to unpause yet. But we're gonna YOLO there. Laws, admin laws. What do we want you guys to do? How is our Republican tradition, actually? We have a lot of Republican tradition. Oh, Republic of Pisa has declared us our rival. Okay. Our first catch of the day. Okay. Imola, Pisa, and Cesena. Okay. That's all I was waiting for. Ooh. Year 3, Italy. Okay. We can eventually work towards that. Butter, stuff going there. We're actually pretty unified culturally for Tuscan, but I am probably gonna try to integrate everyone into Tuscan culture as we go. Less than 1%. We're being mean. Like, sure, you want to be multicultural. You want to support them. But at a certain point, integrate everyone. Hold on, where's... Is there a map mode just showing... rivals? Anyone sick? Alright, I will let it go. Production. I'll automate building construction right now, I think. I don't think it saves the automation from prior stuff. And then I'll like take that off later as we kind of get a little bit more aware. Like, it is kind of annoying that it'll take such... When this sort of shifts around, I would like to just kind of see, right? Just have it automatically try to peg the minting to whatever gets me as much cash as possible without inflation. The League against Della Scala. Okay. We gonna cut down size, cast the belly on Verona. Well, I know how this works. Okay, we gain army tradition. We lose 100 opinion of Signora Verona. Lose 100 opinion of Florence. Okay, you know what? We'll take the... I want the Republican tradition. Well, let's take diplomatic options. Improve opinion in Papal States, maybe? No. Just send someone to the Golden Horde. We don't need them. Can I maybe do Siena? We have quite a bit of diplomat stuff going there. Where the hell is the rival button? Just lose track of everything immediately. Nobles. Okay, the assembly is probably what I want to move towards. But I guess if they're... It's only the ones that are yes. So, okay. They might not like that. Who are we... We can really only tax the burghers right now, so I don't really care about... Or I can tax the patricians as well, but they're not really doing much for me. And they're already upset. Because that gets us nothing. The burghers, though, are very, very happy. And they're, like, taxed maximally. Commoners, unhappy. I could tax them a lot more. I'll tax them slightly less and make them happy. Just make everyone happy right now. Hello, Jake. We are, like, slightly positive. Markets, automate markets. Can I not press the button? Okay, I'm already automating them individually. Okay, where... There. We want Pisa. We want Senna. Oh, one rival at the time. Okay. So Pisa's gonna have to be our rival. Okay, once the war starts, I'm gonna join it. I'm not gonna force the issue though. Republic reforms. Let's get food production. Because we're already fairly diplomatically decent. Do I want to side with the Holy Roman Emperor or Pope? Let's do the HRE. I went for the Pope fully last time. Never happened. Never. Eventually, we're gonna invade them. No, the mouse is acting up, but that wasn't it. What is the noble power right now? The clergy. I don't care if the clergy are unhappy or less powerful because I can't tax them. The burger satisfaction is going down. Oh, the clock tower of the Palazzo della Signoria. For years, the Palazzo della Signoria has stood tall, proudly representing our best qualities and attention to detail as the emblem of our country. Recently, it has come to our attention that several minor architects from the burghers have expressed their willingness to design a new clock tower for our palace. While the cost of the project is certainly not cheap, it would greatly expand our prestige and credibility as the true authority in Florence. Cost 20 bucks. We gain Republican tradition and prestige and prosperity. Do you want to fund Lansdowne 2.0? Lose money, gain honor, satisfaction, prosperity. Republican. I think we want to do that. Get the Republican tradition. Alright, 100 Years' War. They can have fun. I hope they have fun. So, how's pizza doing? I'm gonna... Let's get some more actions going. Hostile actions. I'm gonna try to get better... better opinions of the people around us. Here, let's go with Venice. Because they have a lot of friends. Okay, I might actually be able to even defund some of the... So how is... Let's see. If we're going to be dealing with Pisa, what are your... Can I see what your buddies are? Oh, hello. Milanese, Veronese. Why don't you do one of these? Can I just take Pescia's stuff then? Joe Pescia? Okay, if I do that, it's just us against Florence. Or Pisa. Slightly stronger than them land-wise. But naval... Ooh, naval. Ooh. Where's our government? Economy. Okay, diplomatic spending. I am gonna drop... diplomatic spending a lot. I don't... Like, we have 2 diplomatic actions going right now, and we're still positive. Then that'll really increase our money. Or our, not our money. And raise our levies. Exactly. Right now, we have no navy, so we're just a bunch of, at best, naval gazers. We're just looking out there. I might want to, like, encourage migration at some point to maybe get more people. But... by location. Oh, location. Does anyone want to sell me a location? Huh. Interesting. Can I buy all of Italy? Okay. Well, we're at war. We can't be thinking of such frivolous things right now. An election? Who said they could do this? In terms of the term of our previous head of state has come to an end. As such, it's time for a renewed electoral process across our realm. The vote is but the crowning jewel on the head of our illustrious republic, as we take great pride in the procedures entailed within our bureaucratic domain, one of which is the appointment of a leader based on meritocracy and procedural transparency. Oh, I get to just pick? We lose Republican tradition. Ooh. You can't, there's two Medicis on the docket. Let's go with that Medici. Unmarried children. Do we care? Where's Republic of Como? Didn't he just lose the election? That's too far. Let's go with Cortana. How old are you? Okay, this is a reasonable age range. They like Florence. We have a great relationship. A nice royal marriage. Buildings missing inputs, as we know. Better education. Balanced education. What is your current deal? Let's do military education. I guess eventually they can all run for office. Just a lot of... Is this... I don't know who's... This is one of... Oh no, are they coming for me? Alright, hey. Whose army was that? Whose side am I on? Okay. Bad Verona armies, bad Lucca armies, bad Padua armies, bad Parma armies. But Parma and Medina, same thing. Well, Milan's the strong one. They're going to be doing all the hard work. Even my army. Okay, we're fine. This is the war that really fucked me in our attempt to play Verona. So once we actually have the armies... We're gonna siege. Oh, okay. Are we winning? We're winning. I'm not sure how the terrain modifiers all work. So even though we have a much larger army, hopefully, yeah, we're good. Where did the? Does it show? Yay! We lost some dudes, but... Whose army are you? Are you... Hey. Not fair. Well, I can siege the city, then I can just head back to our territory. We have, like, a ton of allies taking all their stuff. So... Yeah, like, look at that. We got buddies. Everyone wants to be our buddy. Okay, our buddies suck. Time of year such as winter can negatively impact your army. No one's ever heard of winter causing problems for an army. That's crazy. That's crazy. Pen is backed by the sword. We gain emissary authority for 10 years. The passports carried by our diplomats have come to represent credibility and consistency of our national purpose. Secure in the knowledge that our ambassadors speak words backed with full authority of our government, the emissaries are given smooth travel and fast horses to ensure their duties are performed. With extra paste. Because we're the glue that holds Europe together. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. Are we... War participation. Is that... I've never heard of that before. I wonder if I can actually even take much. What do we got here? Prestige is decaying. I mean, we're tiny. We're not going to need prestige. Oh, you need... Do we have another Medici? Okay, there we go. Medici. When aristocrats warned us of the secret societies that had supposedly infiltrated Florentine politics, we chose not to listen. They predicted that we might very well pay with our lives when this conspiracy turned against us. Nothing quite so dramatic has happened, but one of our close advisors, Giuliano de' Medici, has made some very dubious decisions lately, and eventually admitted that these were services to a secret society that he is indeed part of. Other politicians are up in arms about this, and there is no avoiding a scandal. We're gonna lose... Okay, well, I mean, prestige, who cares right now? What? That's what we meant by deal with it? I thought we'd, like, talk about it. Okay. Need another one. Talento de' Medici, you want to get in there? This is our child, right? Yeah. A little bit young, but okay. I thought it was like metaphorically die. Not literally. What kind of monsters are we? I can't believe this. But guys, I'm starting to think the Medici's set up a bad system. Oh. We are gonna get Pissarro. Marry Tadia. Keep being friendly. We don't even have the money for roads yet still. Okay, see, our buddies went and cleaned that out. And I don't know if, I don't even know if I can actually negotiate my way out of this separate piece that claims Luca. Oh, HRE influence grows. Good for them. Yeah, no separate piece. No John Knowles novels allowed. I'm not sure if I can end the war, like, taking the territory. Like, who's going to be leading our negotiations here? Hold on. Request food access. Sure. We can all be friends. Yeah, Milan better do us a solid here, or else I'm gonna be upset. I mean, I'm gonna invade Pisa later, but I'll be more upset. Although then I'll have to worry about water. Yuck, water. How does everyone feel about me? Still making money. There's still no inflation. Is this plus 0.000%? 256? 265. Very slight inflation. Tax. Can I actually tax you? I can tax you. While still maintaining happiness. Can't tax the clergy at all. Commoners, trade income, okay. I'm not putting any money into stability. Diplomatic spending, we're putting a little bit of money in. I'll put a little bit more money in. There we go. We're getting money. Yeah, how are we doing? How are we doing? It's nice being on the opposite side of this time. And to click the cogwheel next to the tax ladders. I gotta pretend I'm doing something. Who was even on the side of, like, there's Parma. Parma's gone, pretty much. Yeah, that was a Parmesan joke. Was it too cheesy? Was it too... What, guys? Hey, we got the research. I'm already doing classicism. Where's the thing to do RGOs and just the resource map? It's just Arezzo that's losing food. It's losing a lot of food. Esau for Republic of Parma. Parma pays for war reparations. Ooh, I'm one of their allies. I got money. Production, buildings. No food, raw materials. No food, raw materials. That's sad. Silk, wine. Of course it's wine. What are we doing? Well, do it. Always wine. Who's asking? Medina? Sure. Everyone who wants food. Brent? You want food? I'll accept. As long as Milan always likes me. Or... yeah, we can't really get any more in their favor. How's Naples feel about me? They're kind of on my side. And there's a Return of the Mac. Gub. Insignificant. It's probably going to bring in other cultures. And then they can take all the food. Is this... Is this all from my wine? Well... how are you guys doing? I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're having a good time. Increase pensions? You shouldn't be old enough for a pension. Consul Silvestro Chiarissimo de' Medici has to employ many methods to keep the unruly patricians in line. One of the most common is cold, hard cash. We already grant them a pension in exchange for relinquishing certain rights. However, their leaders now claim that we are not paying them enough and are demanding their pensions rise there to continue to support the consul. What's this cost? 25 bucks. But for estate satisfaction... I don't want to give them 25 bucks. Fine, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna do that. You can have the 25 bucks. And then we're gonna get the 25 bucks back. That'll show him. Okay, if you guys love me so much, why don't you marry me? What do you do? They're full on. I am probably... So, I mean, this is the whole market, right? So, is there anything I can do to actually deal with that? Or how much can I really do to deal with that? So I think Arezzo's the only one in that market too. If I were able to get those roads going, that should get improved market access, right? Like market proximity. But it's 107 little ducats now. Does anyone want to give me 107 ducats? Hey, we're not at war anymore. Okay. We got a little bit of money from that. War reparations happened. Everyone's happy. My buddies can come. Where's my disband button? Or do I just, invade Pisa? You're home? Thank you for coming home. There, everyone go back to work. Use is expiring. RGO is missing employees. I mean, we're gonna have some people going back to work from the war. War were declared. Okay, that aside. No diplomats. I can probably cancel this too. We'll get some diplomats faster. No diplomat. This is, no, Venice? Okay. I'm going to stop you. I'm sure Venice is fine with us already. I'm gonna instead do Cartano. We can now call in our estates to the prior. Resolve any parliament issues. Okay. Most army exercises. Army tradition decay minus 10%. We gain 10% army tradition. Increase ties to neighbors. Castello, Cortano. This actually is kind of what we want. People like that. I think we're making enough money for that to be okay. Well, hopefully that changes a little bit. I'm going to change you to integrating... Oh, we did actually get... a little bit of territory, you know? Just a teensy little bit, you know, a little taste of territory. Who's unhappy here? Patricians are getting unhappy. Probably because I'm taxing them a lot? I'll drop that a little bit. If I pump this up, are they gonna do a better job at getting support? Ooh, fort maintenance. I think I can afford to pump this up a little bit. And tax the commoners a little bit more too. Because we're getting a lot more money out of them now. And they're still pretty happy. Trade income, selling food. Arezzo, we're buying food. Okay. Paris is buying marble? Marble, glass, and fish. The real Florentine fish artists are out there. We're almost done with scholasticism. And then... more diplomats, even? Gained a core! Arezzo are part of our patrimony. Does that mean they're less hungry? We'll let that keep going for a little bit. We'll be done soon. Truce is expiring soon. RGO is still missing employees. Oh, November. Election time. I'm still happy getting more Republican tradition. We're still... none of that's happening. Okay. We're gonna lose stability for that. Can I use the cabinet to... Yeah, I'm not sure how to do this. So values, develop province, encourage migration, expel people. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do this because I'm gonna have to do the diplomacy myself rather than just getting this to pass. Can I see why it's... why it's happening? No. Increase food production here. How much is this going to cost? I'll do it. I've automated most of the building, but that is something... Right, I thought I had, but... Automate that. I'm going to automate more of the economy for now. Boo. Where's the... Okay, I guess they're not going to spend any money until we're high. Okay. So I'm going to have to micro more until we have about 1,000. That actually makes sense. Okay. I get it. I understand. I understand. If you're going to be like that. But this does mean I need to improve onions. Because I kind of want to vassalize them and then integrate. Whereas you guys... I guess I don't have any free diplomats. I just want to see what their relative strength is. Can I see that without having to go to the declare war screen? Pisa, Bologna, ooh. Damn. Okay, that option is going away. It'd be war with Verona again, but I'm stronger. Very much stronger. Revolt? Oh no. We produced... Okay, wool output, silk output, fine cloth. Oh no. Everyone's gonna be unhappy. Okay, I guess I'm going to tax you less. Aren't you? Oh, okay. I can barely tax them there. Ooh. Yikes. Has this happened, or is it a... Or is it happening? Can we see what's going on there? How's England? How are England and France doing? Okay, I'll press. It'd be nice if the clergy could be taxed, you know? That'd be nice. Logao have added Showa. I've heard of them, maybe. We're missing books and we're missing wheat and beeswax. Are we making some paper? One of our most gregarious members of the patricians has returned from a tour where he regaled foreign courts with stories of our grandeur. Not to mention spending handsomely out of his own pocket. Only a great land could create such a welcome guest. Everyone loves us. Now, please let me invade you. Too bad we're not making any money anymore. I was very happy about making all the money. I guess I'll reduce the cost of the court for now. Like we're pretty good on Republican tradition anyways. I lost the stupid vote, so it doesn't matter. Oop. Banking crisis. The lending policies of the Peruzzi and Bardi banks in Tuscany resulted in an economic crisis on our hands. The banks have lent vast amounts of gold to individuals who clearly should not have been trusted. When those individuals subsequently defaulted on the loans, the two businesses were faced with the loss of their assets and the loss of faith among their customers, who are now unable to access their stored wealth. Okay. Now, either save the banks with a lot of money we don't have. We can let them collapse towards centralization. Economic downturn. When the Medici Bank begins to exist, it will receive up to 1,000 ducats in extra funds. Every nation that borrowed from one of the collapsing banks will receive. Abruzzi will cease to exist. Byzantium will get the event. Our lenders are utterly bankrupt, and Bardi will cease to exist. I think we're okay with that. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let that happen. Like, I don't know if it makes sense to just invade these guys now. Because, yeah, we'll get attacked by Verona, but if I can... If I can beat Verona... Like, I think Verona might have lost some guys, too. No, maybe not. Not as much. Okay, institution growth. Growth, not gross. And I'll do guilds after Universal Christianity. That'll still take a while. Everyone's a little sad. But I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna slowly inch up. At least we're selling a bit more food. Cost of the court, I do have to... Back to some positivity. I think focusing on integrating Cortano makes more sense. How is Sienna? Can I do anything with you? Pisana has been... That was one of our... allies, wasn't it? Or not allies, one of our rivals. The opposite of allies. No, they rivaled me. I couldn't rival them. I remember. The leader of the international organization is selected by a member with the highest great power score. Next change of leader is... Okay, today. Which is Bavaria? It's... I guess that makes sense. The Holy Roman Emperor can, I guess, also be the leader of the Ghibellines. But are they going to be upset if I Ghibelline to Luca? Why would they be? This will be done December next year. Irrigating. We're actually almost done irrigating. And is the cost spread out across the construction time? I'd hope so, and then my income could go up. Okay, do we have any reforms that we actually want to do while I'm also looking here? Can't do any of those. Christian reforms, elaborate court life. Cost of court plus 1%. Aristocracy, too much power. What's the power? The state power is 18% for burghers. For patricians, 25. For clergy, 26. For commoners, 6%. Maybe we'll... make them a little worse. They should be happier anyways, and then I can tax them more. What can I do with the clergy? Apostolic tax. We gain 20 opinion of Papal States. Papal States gains 20 opinion of Florence. Do they give me money? No. Okay, what can I do for our commoner friends here? I'm not sure if I want it more decentralized or centralized. We can seize the means of production. Is that legal? Well, let's do commoner administration. Yo, ooh, we have negative inflation. Even better. Okay, patrician tax, they're still relatively happy. Commoners, I'm gonna let them be fairly satisfied. I'm gonna stay above 55% on that. Burger tax, they're already taxed enough. Okay. I want a road. That's the next thing. Asti are not in the Ghibellines, as the country has been annexed. Everyone just getting annexed over here. How are we? 129. Are you going to be less, you going to be less starving now? How much control can we even really have in Florence now? This might be... a waste of everyone's time. Can I... increase control in Rezo? Ooh, social mobility. The growing power of the burghers has led to individuals from within their ranks seeking their fortunes in areas traditionally dominated by other groups. The sons of mid to low prominence families of the burghers now have the education and the ambition to match the more privileged classes, and as a result, an increasing number of them are now being employed as administrators, lawyers, and officers, as well as in other positions traditionally dominated by another state. The burghers still feel that they are being unduly held back by archaic rights and privileges of another era, but their adversaries are growing very wary of the current unnatural social mobility. Unless we do something, we risk losing the support of the privileged classes, but if we withdraw our support from the burghers at this juncture, it's likely to have grave consequences for our relations with them. I will go with that. I don't care if the patricians are upset, or if the clergy are upset all that much. Okay. Unfortunately, that's bad. I want to see what the... $150, okay. Yeah, it's just that. Just minus 21. How is Siena? How would they feel about that? Minus 43. But they like me. So they're not about to be upset for bad reasons. You like us. Minus 29. I think if I can... Ooh, only 2 enemy participants. We are stronger than them. Okay, let's, we have to wait a few years, unfortunately. Where's the... Can I... Who around here is... Whomst amongst them is... a fair target. We're almost bordering on the Papal States. You're all very friendly with me. Oh, even... Okay. Are we still weaker than you? slightly weaker than them. Because we're also fighting Perugia. Never mind. Won't do that. Cancelled. How dare you? Okay, we're well on our way towards roads. That's the important part. I mean, if you really want to cause a war eventually, just have a nice defensive league and network of alliances that eventually just causes big issues. Alright. If I can create a Casus Belli in here. No. You wanna... Let's improve our opinion... in... Bull. Because I feel like we can probably just integrate them eventually. Like, big goal is roads. Just need roads. The clergy are meant to be incorruptible. After all, that is what they preach. However, it seems like they do not always live up to their own teachings. A scandal has broken out surrounding several of their leading figures, who, instead of providing our people with honest spiritual guidance, appear to have made themselves obscenely rich through various dodgy dealings over a prolonged period of time. Gain stability. Gain some money. State satisfaction. I mean, we're fine on stability. I could get some money and make them happier again. Although, like, I don't know if you can just entirely wipe out an estate at some point. But I need the road money. What we're here for is roads. Roads! Okay. Verona have added Treviso. Curia have excommunicated the King of England. Verona have added... Okay, we already saw that. Castle Franco Veneto, Conegliano. Everyone's just getting added to the HRE. Road builder. There it is. Gravel road to Florence. It'll take half a year, but we're getting there. And we have a daughter. We have Adalgiza. Can we build roads to other people, or do they have to be on board with that? We have a road network out there. This would cost $53. I think we want that road as well. Did that actually already happen? Everyone's getting out of here. Okay, election time. I'm not sure what the consoles abilities are actually used for. And we're fully integrated there, too. Hold on. A new outbreak. Oh, no. Measles in Arezzo. And we just put a road there. Measles travels by road. Okay, I need to pause this quickly. So construct capitalism is 20 instead of 40. Movement cost 53 bucks. We can't afford that now. And I want to just build roads to all the places that we eventually want to invade to. And let's invite settlers from Pisa. What is this? Favors? Okay. You need favors for it. Can I get settlers? I guess it's just Milan. To Florence itself. I'm not going to send them to measles outbreak area yet. That seems like a bad idea, just asking more people to come get measles. Many people would probably oppose that. Like, thanks, I'm good. Increasing control. In Arezzo. Okay. So I'll probably look at that a bit more next time. I'm going to check where's our culture? Primarily Tuscan. Is there anything that's not? Okay, there's. We're pretty high on that already. Probably don't need it to be that high. Encourage migration to Arezzo? I do eventually want it to be a bigger city. Even though they're all currently dying there right now. They're all just kind of, you know, the whole rat situation with measles. With weevils. This is the dawning of the age of the Renaissance. Military focus. I don't really want to do military. We want... I guess administrative focus for nice Medici focus. And because I want, I do want to form Tuscany, and I probably am going to do it the nice friendly way mostly. The ascension of Consul Giacomo Gabrielli has been very well received by the Median sympathizers in our republic. But many Tuscan locals view their new consul with some distrust. To them, he is in many ways a man of strange customs and mannerisms. All countries of consul's culture gain 35. We lose Republican tradition, but we can gain that back. Or we can appease the Tuscan people and lose. I think we can give up the Republican tradition and increase it that way. How's our research for the guilds? Bologna has declared us their rival. Character of Papal States. Not Pope Caracter. One of my favorite historical popes. Our policies are evoking widespread discontent among the patricians. It seems they are misinterpreting them in a way contrary to our intentions, to the degree that our opponents hold them up as proof of the government's ill will and lack of interest in the welfare. Lose prestige. But again, prestige is fine. Although, maybe it's not, because if I am kind of looking to get big enough to vassalize and then incorporate people. Harsh economic policies. Tax efficiency plus 10%. Okay, you know what? The economic issues in Florence have been troubling the citizens for quite some time now. While seeking a prominent character to take over and save us from the chaos, the patricians managed to find an excellent candidate in Count Gaucher II de Brienne. Though the invitation of Count Gaucher II was meant to be temporary, the burghers are more than happy to have him rule for life. We formed a union with Argos and Florence. They will now protect each other when attacked. Where is Argos? Can I see... Nope. 20 prestige. We don't have that much prestige. Okay, I'm gonna get you to do something else. Change societal values? No. Get Luca control increased. It's only getting... I want to get them all up to at least 80%. And how is this going? How's our friendometer doing? Oh, okay, what's this? Children can have a better education. I'm gonna do diplomatic. I'm still gonna, even though you're not profitable, I think we're selling it, and I don't think it shows that. So that's okay. We decided to now give Isabel a diplomatic education. I might have to do some, like, manual building of the buildings, because I told them not to build if it was below that money. The ascension of Count Gaucher II de Brienne has been very well received by Champenois sympathizers in our republic. Many Tuscan locals view their new consul with some distrust. To them, he's in many ways a man of strange customs. Do we have Champenois? I don't think we do. They're over there. Lose the stability. All countries lose Republican tradition. I think we have to appease the Tuscan Raiders. But they like us now. Minus 14. We have the base amount, but we just don't have the what we need there. Is this possible? Can you rival from this screen? Austria are no longer the Ghibellines. At least one of these what? Countries, papal states. The religion group is not Christianity. Austria has Guelph support. Okay, well. I think there's some words missing. Upper Bavaria left the Ghibellines. Upper Bavaria aren't in the Ghibellines. There's a new HRE. That probably caused that. Okay, Bologna. Where can I rival you? I don't know if I even... I guess I am still rivaling them, so I don't need to do anything. Not gonna create subjects. I'm going to see how Baloney feels about. The institution appeared in Genova of professional armies. Armies have existed since war was invented, many thousands of years ago. However, their form has changed over the centuries, and different types of recruitment and organization have developed in different cultures and periods. In the late Middle Ages, armies... Okay. So, you guys are gonna just send a nice professional army down to kill us all? Yeah, Blake, this is a new one. Last time we tried Naples twice and Verona once. I'm gonna save. That reminds me, though. A manual one. We are increasing the population despite everyone dying of the measles, which might just mean that I'm turning everything into just a black hole of population. They're all just gonna die. I wish there was music in the background. Okay, I was looking at you. Declare war. They trust us, but they don't like us. And, ooh, that gets Pisa in here as well? If I declare on Pisa... Who's that bring in? Bologna and Perugia. Okay, well, what do we need? Oh, an agent from Lucca. You... Oh. You sneaky little guy. Alright, you know what? It's Ogre. Covert actions. Build a spy network. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do it here. I'm so sorry. I messed up. I messed up. Okay, I can cancel both of these improvements of opinion. And we'll do the spy network when we have the diplomats back. I do like the implication of, like, the diplomat system of it being just like an endless stream of diplomat bodies you're sending after them. But I feel like... Ooh, can I build the city guard and not lose wars? Takes $40. Okay, let's check Florence buildings. Cremona gets the Renaissance. Okay. And Arreso, what do we got? Available for employment, we got 200 to you. Build a castle there. That sounds expensive. Castles are expensive. We're already all irrigated there. Did the peasants want to irrigate Florence? Do we want to irrigate everywhere? No, we can't irrigate everywhere. But we're spending all of our money on that. The despotic rule of Consul Gaucher de Brienne. The rule of Consul Gaucher de Brienne, Gaucher, has turned out to be autocratic yet effective. Nobody can dispute the success of his economic policies, but it must be acknowledged that their implementation has taken many freedoms and privileges away from the burghers, something that cannot stand in the way of such a republic. As such, the citizens of Florence have started a conspiracy to get rid of him. Well. You can get a lot of money, though. Do we want to be a despotic regime of a strange Frenchman who the burghers put in place? The centralized republic of... The money. Okay, fine. No consul. Who are we electing? We'll be a good republic again. 56. This is pretty decent. Hello, Alex. We are no longer part of the Florentine Artisan. You don't say. Apparently, I wonder how they feel about us. It's got to be over here, right? Because he was Champenois. Unless he came down from elsewhere. Was he just like the guy from the monorail episode of The Simpsons? I want to click the other game. Okay, fine. Everardo de' Medici, a member of our cabinet, has been faithful servant so far, but now he seems to have let his prominence get to his head and has become insolent. He dares to denounce our great consul Biordo de' Bardi's policies, and recently did so in public, in front of foreign ambassadors. Even if there might be some grounds for these criticisms, we should not let open disparagement of the consul become a habit. Was a good point. Off with his head. It was a good point. Get admin. Banking exists. But he's like 4, okay. I wanted to do a spy network. If it was just them, it'd be so much easier. What a bunch of baloney. Contessa is a... okay. A prodigy. I might be able to make an alliance, but I feel like it's then gonna be a whole make a Casus Belli situation. So we can make an alliance with them once we have the stuff. But then I don't know if they'll actually join the war. How's the Pope feeling about what the? Oh, Luca presented what they claim is a perfectly legitimate following through on threat cast his belly on us. Okay. Do it. Fight me. Oh, okay. The Teutonic Order has, like, professional soldiers and stuff. I'm going to offer an alliance to Cortana. Cortona. I don't know if they're not even really going to be a consideration in war. No, actually, they're not bad. They're gonna be fine. What? Why? What are we? We just... That just stopped. What? We just signed that paper, you dicks. Does this mean nothing to you? Did we not love each other enough? Okay. Okay, fine. That's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset. I'm really not. I couldn't be less upset. I'm gonna build a road to here. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Does anyone want to help me in a war? Two slightly shady-looking characters have appeared on a court, offering their service to our castle. They claim to be willing and able to do things that any proper ruler would never deign to do publicly. Spy network for 13 bucks in Pisa, or gain prestige. 13 bucks for spy network. What else could you hope for? Construction speed. We are selling a lot of fine cloth. I think you want more fine cloths. Once our truce runs out with Luca, I feel like I think they're probably going to declare war. It's gonna take forever. Oh wait, hold on. I wanna... Let's just insult them. Let's see. Oh look, there's some lovely filth over here. That's beautiful. Perfect insult. They should be insult comics. this game here. Okay, we have the gravel road. Can we extend the gravel road? It appears that Adelgassi Bardi gained the intelligence rate. She was already a prodigy, isn't that like one below? 96 bucks. We have to go through Prado. How many bucks is this? 36 bucks? Let's do 36 bucks and we'll increase it out there. The burghers are not the sole authority within their cities, as the clergy have also a strong presence in most big cities that dates back to each town's initial founding. Conflict sometimes arises when the council of the burghers implements rules the clergy disapprove of. Such conflicts have become more and more commonplace, and members of the clergy are openly acting in defiance of the various rules that the burghers have agreed upon in their cities. Delegates from various cities dominated by the burghers now urging us to clarify the situation. I mean, we're siding with the burghers. Look, you don't pay taxes, clergy. What are you expecting? What do you want from me? I can actually raise taxes kind of substantially while still being over 60%. Everyone's kind of happy. Okay, we finished researching Lana Del Rey, which gives you good cloths, as you can imagine. We can faster masons for faster construction. We're not really limited by construction speed right now, right? So let's increase RGO size. Okay, we can. Bolster the government, market expansion acts, trade maintenance minus 25%. Promote castle works, promote members of the clergy, no. Sponsor the cathedral, no. Conduct a census, what does this give us? Stability or stability? We're pretty stable. Market expansion, so I think the trade... Market regulations, trade efficiency. Let's do trade maintenance reduction. I'm not sure what to do there. Our minting has fallen significantly. Well, burgers are max taxed for what they can be. I can even go a little bit lower than 60% there. What is your... And we want you to have the diplomatic education. I mean, they're all kind of... You're going to be admin education. I'm going to make them all way too specialized. We don't have needed goods. What are the... Gold and silver. Okay, can I see our RGO options? How much does this cost? 51 bucks. We can't afford that. Can't afford it. Yeah, still 51 bucks everywhere. Let's see food-wise. They're at least not starving there anymore. But Tailor's Guild. Can afford that. That's a lot of money. I mean, we're making a lot of good cloths and stuff. That's what everyone wants. Can we just, like, get everyone to join by cloth? Oh, I did mean to look up something else. Okay, our election. I feel like... Let's do Averardo de Medici, who was potentially going to get killed before. We need a new cabinet member. Well, I want you to be in the military directly. Guess we're getting a 36-year-old. He's going to die so fast. But form Tuscany. What did we need? We need to own Cortano, Prado, Pistoia, Grosseto. Yeah, a lot of the ones that we're looking at. I mean, it's all the Tuscan culture areas, right? So it's kind of where we're heading, regardless. When the wrong men get a cabinet, I mean, bad news for the country. I mean, we're very stable otherwise, so I'm not super worried about that. As representatives of areas that are sometimes quite distant from Florence, many Priorato members often find that life in Florence during their visits is very different from what they're used to. Some find it both cramped and filthy, and many seem quite relieved when they get to return home. This year has proven even harder than usual for the delicate sensibilities of our Priorato members to endure. The hot months have been unusually hot, the wet months unusually wet, and the cold months unusually cold. A number of Priorato members have now decided that they have had enough and have approached us asking to make their stays more pleasant. Okay, we can't afford $16. Oh. Well, I don't think this can happen right now. The Cardinals and the Curia have come to the conclusion then, and have now enacted the Dei Gratia Rex. Catholicism gained Dei Gratia Rex for 10 years. Well, the Cardinals can do whatever they want. I'm eventually getting rid of all the clergy. I mean, we're kind of going hard on the burgers, right? So... Education of the masses. I guess religious teachings are the only possibilities there. Mining laws? Estate laws. We're eventually... I think we are kind of deciding to be burgermeisters here. Hold on. Borgo San Lorenzo changes stance in debate. It seems that the Priorato members of Borgo San Lorenzo may have finally realized how beneficial the currently debated proposal would be to them. We get some support back, but it doesn't really matter. Where'd our stability go? Because we changed the policy? That's not great. Hold on. If I pause you... Everyone's against Pisa. I want to raise my levies. Gonna take a while, but if I can get Pisa, think of how great it'll be. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can conquer some fields. Like if I can take Livorno and whatever this is, maybe they'll give me stuff at the end of the war. It shouldn't take that long. Yeah, we get Pontedera. Now we're gonna go to Livorno. Because we're just gonna really quickly force them out of there. They have 301 soldiers. Even we fought their army. Why is this showing up here? Okay, if I just win the war for them, are they gonna love me? Hold on, we got a request for food access. Accept Volterra's offer, or request. These are Northern Ghibellines. Okay, we don't actually get anything. Now we have a truce with them. Well, so much for that, but how is their like it'd take forever for their allies to get to them. All right, well, we're gonna figure that out next time. We're gonna invade Pisa, and we're going to work towards having the getting Tuscany formed. But hope you've enjoyed the first episode here. We are going to continue this save probably next Tuesday. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the EU5. Hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.